Welcome into the Fan Speak Network. I am your host, Justin Bruni. Joining me, as always, is my co-host and partner, Mr. Andrew, the TD King, Rob. Happy Thursday, sir. Happy Friday Eve. How we doing?
Yes, sir. Doing well. Best ball going pretty well. Battle Royales, meh. It's been going okay. Usually the right players, just never on the right team. Moving on back into the Battle Royale streets. I'm sure he'll be checking in, but friend of the program, fellow Battle Royale dueler, Wiles, battling
Specialist.
at the top right now in the mini Palooza. He's currently sitting numero uno, winning $2,000. My man. I mean, this is what happens when you're friends with the program. It's just the luck comes your way. We don't get it, but you get it. This is why you listen.
That's true. Mike Rob in the chat saying casual 24 hours late. Better late than never. Better late than never. Bueller, we showed up the next day. We just had a little.
Hey, man, we're here. We're here, Mike. Come on.
But I appreciate you holding us accountable, as you should. Earning your wrench. Got to work on that, by the way. Got to work on getting Mike his wrench. We are into week 7. We are one game deep already because we are coming to you 24 hours later than usual. So Andrew will definitely be giving us some updates from that game, as well as our dear friend Jake Wiles' success this evening, sitting atop of that Palooza competition. Wishing him the best. Was on the show last week. Love to see it. Tonight we are jumping into week 7. Prime slate, Battle Royale, $7 again. How you feeling about that?
I like it. I'm okay with it. You know, less people in it. Bigger prizes up top. I mean, I'm fine with it. It's all right. It's $2 more an entry. I'm not worried about that.
You're doing a lot more drafts than I am, so just want to make sure it's not hurting, breaking the bank or anything like that. How many did you do last week?
In the Battle Royale or in total?
Just in Battle Royale.
I think I did 12 last week in the Battle Royale. I did a lot. I did a lot in the Wildcat, which is where I did actually cash some, so that was nice. But yeah, man, just right players, just not on the right team. Damn it.
Feel that. Or, hey, great roster. Oh, Marvin Harrison Jr. Goodbye. See you. Yeah, they happen. Things happen. That's all right. Like you said, a lot of good clicks here, a lot of right players, a lot of right calls, just not on the same roster. We're back at it, hitting the ground running week 7. Going to be pulling up the rankings here, going from top to bottom, see who we're liking, who we're avoiding, who we absolutely have to draft, and who are, for sure landmines are in week 7. Andrew, do you want to pull up your board, or do you want to start looking at the chart of things? You want to get into the color coordination?
Yeah, we'll do a little bit of both. We'll pull them both up. Oh, the man of the hour himself, Jake, in the chat now. Just so everyone can live sweat with him here. Let's just head on over and pull this up here. Check out the. Oops, hold on. How do I do that?
Don't fumble it, Andrew. Don't screw it
up.
Can
I not? Oh, here we go. Right here. Our man, Wiles, sitting at the top. If you're not first, you're last. Winning 2 Gs. Look at all these players he has left right here. He had Aaron Rodgers, Garrett Wilson, Alan Lazard, and Ray Davis from the Monday night game. He has Javonte, who is killing it already for him. And then he has Jawan Johnson at the bottom as well. So our man sitting up top. Well done.
Let's go, Jawan JJ Johnson. Let's go. I need him for a lot of other things. So let's ride. I'm with it. I'm hip to it.
Yes, sir. So we'll be we'll be keeping a close eye on this. But yeah, let's go over some of these. And then Bruni, can we double box this or no?
Well, that's a good question, man. No, I have no idea.
No. Okay, we'll flip back and forth. So you know what? Actually, let's add this one to the screen a while just so we can look at what's going on. So if you want to go through a couple of these, like ones that stick out to you that are seem like really good picks.
I mean, the first round seems pretty clean. I don't think a lot of people are just going to not draft Saquon Barkley, but I could see him being a potential fall to round 2 just because the Giants have been somewhat better against the run. The Eagles have to really get things going, and I feel like they're going to continue to try to get the offense rolling with Barkley rather than being more pass heavy, even though everybody's healthy. So obviously he's a good play each week, but as you see, Giants have only allowed 3 total touchdowns to running backs. That's not great. That doesn't give you like full faith that he's going to give you like a 2 touchdown day. So at his click, I would probably be looking at, Jamar Chase or Amon-Ra St. Brown. In the last draft that I did, I actually did take Amon-Ra ahead of A.J. Brown and Jamar Chase. I like that matchup more so. And you've just seen what Jared Goff has been doing. He's been rolling the last 2 weeks. The play calling has been amazing. I mean, a little bit too much, if anything, last week. I mean, if you're a Cowboys fan, that was getting a bit obnoxious, I think. That was, getting a little out of hand. And then I'm, again, kind of skipping down to, more green matchups, more, profitable matchups, I would potentially say. Malik Neighbors, going up against the Eagles in that matchup, 5th most fantasy points to wide receivers. You like what he was doing before the concussion. I feel like he's going to pick up right where he left off. And you saw the Giants still throwing the ball a lot, even in his absence. Like Darius Slayton was able to put up some good numbers with Neighbors out of the lineup. So I think Amon-Ra and Neighbors are the guys that I'm liking the most, coming out of the first 2 rounds. Kyren and Justin Jefferson, super juicy matchups, but you just got to get, one of those top 2 picks. And Kyren Williams has just been absolutely money to score a touchdown. Great week for him to score 2, even better week for him to score 3. Cooper Kupp, I've seen, is being drafted, in the Battle Royale. I don't know if I have full faith that he's ready for, the 13 targets, 10 catches, 130-yard receiving game. I would much rather lean into Kyren Williams absolutely dominating the Raiders this week. Likewise, Justin Jefferson and Amon-Ra, both a healthy matchup. Both secondaries have been, lack thereof, stopping the receivers. They've had some good plays up against quarterbacks. Like the numbers for some reason aren't as friendly for going up against the quarterbacks for the Lions and the Vikings. I guess probably that, last week performance against the Cowboys, a big factor there for the Lions line. But I talked about it last week about there being dead bodies in the secondary for the Lions. Wrong about that. It was Cowboys. It was dead Cowboys. It was in the secondary and all over the field. So Lions were able to kind of flip the narrative last week. I don't know if they do it up against a pass heavy, Vikings offense that's been a little bit more efficient than, their previous opponent, the Cowboys.
Yeah, man. What a game that was. Absolutely loved watching the Cowboys get shredded. I mean, the Lions completely. Yeah, and the Lions just completely just disrespected them. They're trying to hook and ladder with an offensive lineman. I mean, that is just, you're pulling that deep from the play chart right there. That is absolutely incredible. Loved it as a Commanders fan. Loved nothing more than to watch them just get absolutely killed. Amazing. One thing I wanted to bring up to you here, because I think it's going to be important when you're taking a tight end, is Bowers, Kelsey, and Kittle are going back to back to back. On the sheet here shows us that Kittle and Brock are the better picks over Kelsey. Kelsey is getting obviously more receptions now, more involved ever since Rashee Rice went out. How are you handling the tight ends here? Is there one that you're clicking over the others? Like, do you like Kittle or Bowers better?
It's Brock for me. I scrolled down earlier for my 3rd pick for Brock, taking him ahead of a lot of these players like McLaurin, Kenneth Walker. Someone else had fallen from that top section. Maybe it was Drake London. So I was willing to scroll down and get him based on the matchup and based on his role in that offense. Whatever quarterback's in there, he's getting 10, 11, 12 targets a game. So give me Brock Bowers anywhere I can get him. And this week where he's playing the Rams, who will allow the most fantasy points to the tight end position, super juicy. I got to get it.
Yeah, definitely. Tyler checking in the chat. It says dead Cowboys talk about emo. Love it.
Love it.
Yeah, man. So as I was doing some of these drafts over the past couple of days, I when we talked last week and we were dead on about taking the running backs towards the top and then, kind of going after wide receivers a little later. This week, I kind of want to go the other way. I kind of want to take some of these wide receivers first, and the running backs that you can get a little later, seem juicy enough. I mean, obviously we have good running backs available at the top, but I think you're going to want to differentiate yourself a little bit and go a little bit wide receiver heavy. How do you feel about that?
I agree. Like I said, I prefer getting Amon-Ra and Neighbors out of the first 2 rounds. I think if you're doing a lot of volume, if you're getting 5, 10 plus drafts, you're definitely doing some lineups where you're getting Daniels and Robinson at the 6-7, right? Like that's definitely possible. There's a lot of late round stacking opportunities too with the quarterbacks. Like, Burrow, he's in the back end. You can get Sam Darnold as a scroll down. Obviously, you're not going after a Stafford Williams stack, but I do, like I said last week, I like going after Jaden Daniels and B Rob because they have the most total touchdowns on the team. I think McLaurin had 2 last week. He actually might be tied now with B Rob. I think they might both be at 4. But regardless, both of those stacks are very affordable. Any assortment of, the Falcons, up against the Seahawks. Obviously, you see not a great matchup for receiver, but Bijan, very healthy matchup there still. 11th most fantasy points allowed to running backs and 3rd most rushing yards allowed to running backs for the Seahawks. So that's still a juicy matchup. It's just that, Chase, St. Brown, Neighbors, they're getting like the top matchups, right? Browns, Vikings, Eagles, all secondaries that have been huge, massive holes to the position. So if I'm only doing 3 to 5 drafts, those are predominantly going to be my picks on the back end. And up front, I'm getting Justin Jefferson, Kyron Williams. If I get 3 or 4, I'm probably just pulling any of those 3 up, like I just mentioned.
Yep. Jake said he loves B Rob this week if he plays. Carolina run defense is terrible.
Yeah.
And I do think B Rob is going to play. He was close last week, but I think they held him out because obviously he's been pretty incredible for them. So I do think he plays. But if not, join us tomorrow for DGen Daz. I'm sure Bruni will be back on the Austin Eckler reception / yardage props. So join us tomorrow night, 9:30 again for DGen Dads. But yeah, man, if B Rob's in, still think Eckler can get there. But if B Rob's out, Eckler again to the moon, especially against this awful run defense.
B Rob can be in the game. We're just making money on the receiving yards. All right. We're undefeated. I mean, the U.S. government could save the economy overnight, one Sunday afternoon, just putting the entire budget on Austin Eckler to hit the over. I'd love to see the sports book that would take that wager, but society, think of what it would look like. I mean, my goodness, everyone would just have a free hoverboard. It would just take you to where you need to go. There would be free, unlimited food, water, natural resources, everything. It'd be psychotic. Will they do it? Absolutely not. But you could because you can put everything on it and it's going to hit. It's absolutely wild. 24.5 or less. I do like George Kittle too. I mean, you were talking to me about, Bowers and Kelsey. I mean, he does have a good matchup up against the Chiefs, who have just been rotten eggs to tight ends. I don't know if that sticks or if it's still top heavy from week 1 against Isaiah Likely, but they've just stayed at the top of the chart, through as many weeks. So I think he's probably a good pick as well.
Yeah. I mean, I've been getting a little bit more Kittle than either one of those other guys. I've taken Kelsey and Bowers, but Kittle just I think that this game means a lot to them. Super Bowl rematch. I think it means a lot to both. But I think that they're really going to get Kittle involved because Kittle's going to be a chief killer potentially here. So yeah, I really like drafting Kittle. He's probably my favorite out of the 3 personally.
What do you think about Jaden Reed if he plays? I know he was limited today and yesterday. What do you think about Jaden Reed if he's 100% for up against the Texans?
Yeah, I like Reed. I mean, I like that game environment too. Both teams can put up some points. Obviously we want that when we're taking guys from for Battle Royale here. So yeah, I like Reed. I think it's a good matchup for him. Obviously, they don't just pass him the ball; they let him run it as well. So I mean, he kind of has a little bit of dual beneficiary, for us here. So yeah, I'm all over Reed. I'm fine with that. I mean, I'd rather have in this. I think a lot of people are going to be over Deontay Johnson this week, and I think rightfully so. Commanders have obviously given up fourth most fantasy points to wide receivers, but I mean, Reed just kind of does a little bit more. So I'd rather take Reed over Johnson.
Interesting. I mean, they're both actually banged up. I think Johnson was held out of practice too, but that's been kind of the MO for him on Wednesdays and Thursdays. I think. I don't know if it's just like rest or what, but I'll gladly take either or of them. Earlier, I did Amon-Ra, Neighbors, and Deontay Johnson. So
yep,
I do like him. He's been scoring the touchdowns too.
I see, my best ball darling and a guy that just cashes anytime touchdowns every single week, David Montgomery, going against the Vikings, second fewest fantasy points to running backs. I don't know if you saw today, they came out and said that they've been calling the duo there of Gibbs and Montgomery Sonic and Knuckles. Sonic obviously being Gibbs because he's speedy, and Knuckles because, obviously David Montgomery can pound the ball into the end zone. I thought that was a pretty cool combination. Shout out to Sonic. Loved Sonic when I was a kid. And but yeah, I mean, how do you feel about Montgomery this week? I mean, he's been awesome every single week, but now he does have a tough matchup against the Vikings.
I like Thunder and Lightning too. I know it's it's a little more classical, but I like Thunder and Lightning. Just did Andrew just get up and leave?
No. I was picking something up. I dropped something on the floor. Yeah. So I mean, are you in on Monty still?
Second fewest fantasy points allowed to running backs. Only was it 2? Only 2 total touchdowns allowed to running backs. It's not great. It's not great.
It isn't, but I don't think they've faced a combo like this with an offensive line like this as well.
I mean, they create matchup issues because when they put Gibbs out there, you're expecting, probably some, play action. You're going to pass the ball in some way, shape, or form. And with Monty, it just feels more clear, that you can run. They're going to run downhill, right? And I just think that narrative is kind of tiring because both players can do both things. I mean, the way that they use Jahmyr Gibbs, he can run downhill, and he is a fantastic pass catcher. And David Montgomery's always been a very good low-key pass catcher out of the backfield. He did it a lot for the Bears, more so than he's needed to for the Lions because of the presence of Jahmyr Gibbs. But he's always had hands. He's always had that skill set. So yeah, they create matchup issues. I don't think it's a bad pick. I just don't know if it's the highest yielding pick in that space. I know that Jonathan Brooks is coming back, but Chuba Hubbard, he's been doing it. And it's going to be a back and forth game with plenty of offense between the Panthers and the Commanders, in my opinion. He, to me, is a healthier pick at that spot. And I also like, even Sam Laporta right there, who has a juicier matchup. Vikings have been bad up against the tight end position, been better up against running backs. What does that tell you? Their linebackers can't drop into coverage. They can really only come at you downhill, and a lot of their success is probably coming off the blitz, which Brian Flores is, pretty popular for.
Do we finally think this is the Sam Laporta week where, like last week he scored a touchdown, but I think he had one catch, right? Like, I mean, it is this
different
the
game? It's a different game. The game flow should be better. There should be offense in this game. It's just that I think that we're also going to see some plays on defense. Look at what the Lions did last week. I just don't think they completely go backwards. I mean, I know I completely trashed them last week. Apologize, Detroit. You really showed it to me there. Really showed up to throw one in my face. But do they do it again in a division game against an offense that again has been competent, that has been scoring points, that have found ways, despite injuries? Sam Darnold being their quarterback. That's a huge obstacle all in itself. I mean, they've been good. So it's tough for me to really, over buy into that game. I think I want to stay away from their running backs this week, specifically with some of the other guys going at their ADP. Jalen Hurts, he still has a good matchup up against the Giants if you want to buy into him. Reed versus Gibbs at his ADP, Stephon Diggs versus Gibbs at that ADP. Those would probably be receivers that I would like more. You probably get a fall in Josh Allen this week because he has a tough matchup. You probably get a fall in DK Metcalf because he has a median matchup. So there's some other players I think that I would just like at that spot.
Okay. Yeah, no, I mean, I don't disagree with anything that you said right there. What about your boy Chuba? You in on Chuba this week?
Lock, stock. The only team I've done so far, he is on it. So yeah, no. Brian Robinson was on that one. It was either or though. I was going back and forth. Either running back in that game is going to be fine, in a good position to score multiple touchdowns.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I mean, Chuba's no Derrick Henry, but he's been getting the job done. So, I mean, Commanders just.
I don't see why they would just completely stop giving it to him, especially in close.
Yeah, definitely. And, Commanders lost Jonathan Allen, unfortunately. So he's out. That's going to hurt the run defense as well. So, yeah, I mean, Chuba's definitely in play. Jake says, how are we feeling about Kupp? Sounds like he might play. Yeah, I mean, if Kupp plays, he'll definitely be an option for us for sure. I mean, slot him right back in. They got nobody else there to catch the ball that is anywhere near as good as Kupp. I mean, if they put Kupp back in, that means that they're still trying to win games. If they're trying to win games, they're going to give him double-digit targets. So, I mean, yeah, he's definitely an option for us. Yeah, scroll down a little bit. I just want to see who else you got down here. So you got Darnold definitely. In play for sure. Jameson Williams. The only thing I don't like about Jameson Williams is that, he's getting more targets than I thought he would, but he's still in that like frame of, he doesn't really get a shit ton, so he has to be very efficient with it or score a touchdown.
Right.
But he's still a live play.
Yeah, at Cooper Kupp's ADP, they're the same as Chuba, so I would much rather take Chuba. Sam Laporta if I needed a tight end. Scroll down for Pollard. Scroll down for B-Rob. Scroll down for Higgins. Even Kyle Pitts has a good matchup this week. I probably don't take Kyle Pitts though. I think just you're asking for a lot to just continue to bet on him.
Mm-hmm. What about so I see CJ Stroud there, obviously in red, meaning bad. Eighth fewest fantasy points to quarterbacks, talking about the Packers. But Tank Dell in yellow, 14th most fantasy points given up to wide receivers. Are you in on Tank Dell?
I'm not out. Obviously we saw the big play last week. The reason why I would say not to draft him a lot is because he doesn't come off as the guy that gets the volume, like the 10 catches for 2 touchdowns and a lot of yardage. He's the 2 to 3 trick pony if you can pull him off. And he could get you 2 touchdowns, but he wouldn't have I don't think the extra oomph to go with it, the high receptions, total yards, etc.
Okay.
I don't think he has the same ceiling as say Malik Neighbors or Amon-Ra St. Brown. I think Stephon Diggs can have that similar type ceiling.
Okay. Yeah. I just in my head, when I run through scenarios for some of these players, like Tank Dell, if it's possible because he's not going to see the best coverage. Obviously, that's going to go to Diggs. There's possibility that he gets loose on 2 long touchdowns. That's in the realm of possibilities for him. We saw it last year. So I'll be taking some Tank Dell in hopes that he has that really high ceiling play, for the week.
I would take him over Tyreek Hill.
What about Devontae Smith?
I would probably take him over Devontae Smith as well.
Okay.
There's just more volume to go around in that Texans offense. You do have Joe Mixon there, but Eagles have AJ Brown, Smith, Dallas Goedert's been good for them. They're going to feed.
I think is Goddard out?
Is Goddard out?
I think I'm pretty sure he's injured. Is he not?
That'll help out a lot.
Let me roll over here. Just check.
Do Eagles have a replacement?
Dallas Goedert questionable, still not practicing. Has a hamstring injury.
Well, that helps.
Has missed back-to-back practices. Yeah, so he's still questionable. Has not been ruled out.
I'd probably still take Dell over Devontae Smith there. I don't think that sways me any.
Okay.
And Tank Dell is down here, so he's really not even in that same space. So at that ADP again, I'd probably be targeting one of these running backs. Jonathan Taylor's a no. I would probably, if you want a good scroll down, if you believe in Sermon, if he's healthy, but I think Goodson's probably the target. He's been pretty solid, and I think if Sermon isn't 100%, he could get even a bigger workload. And I don't know about you, but I just kind of feel like Joe Flacco is going to start again. They just won. They were amazing the week prior. They won last week. Comeback fashion. Seemed like Richardson was going to play anyways. That's all I read last week. Oh, Richardson's going to play. Richardson's going to play. He looks fine. Doesn't play. They win. Where's Joe Flacco?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like they're going to put Richardson in this week.
No, I'm not picking him in DFS. That's for sure.
He says, Mike Rob says, Bruni missed the Goddard news because he was out stealing money from Canada betting on hockey, just forechecking the book into the boards.
That's true. I've been doing that here and there. I've been doing that. We've had a good week. It's certainly not basketball profits, that's for sure.
Anybody else on the list that you want to talk about? I can also pull up the Underdog actual ADPs if you want to as well.
I'm not really into Mahomes this week or Brock Purdy. I think that both of those defenses are sneaky enough. I think this is where it gets kind of difficult, like Joe Burrow and down through that Josh Jacobs section, because you're kind of doing some major scroll downs at that point. How do you feel about a guy like Devon Achane if he's healthy? That's a great matchup up against the Colts. Tyler Huntley's going to be the QB, bound for, I would assume, a lot of volume if he's healthy. even with Mostert there, I mean, he's going late.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not out on him. I'm not going to go like super heavy on him. I do like the matchup for him. That that is a very juicy matchup, and they're going to give him the work. I don't know. I haven't seen any reports on like that they don't want to give him a full workload. That would be one of my main concerns is how much do they really want to drive it in there to him. So yeah, I'm not out on him. I'm not going to pick him a ton. He'll probably be less than 15% owned for me, but still, it is a good matchup. So it is still a good click.
Any scroll down quarterbacks that you really like? I mean, Jared Goff was down here. I know. Where is he? Man, how far is Jared Goff down?
Goff is ADP 35, so he's going at the end of drafts.
Yeah, he's actually around. Kareem Hunt, Josh Jacobs. So his matchup is not great. It's 9th fewest fantasy points to quarterbacks. But I mean, if you get him on Ra, I don't see why you don't go after him with how good he's been the last 2 weeks. I think he was probably the only negative player I like for like fantasy points against that I had targeted in my only draft. But that was mainly because I got him on Ra. So if he's having a potential 2-3 touchdown game, then I got to go after the quarterback regardless.
Yeah.
But
for Sam Darnold, where go to Sam Darnold. What's the ranking for him against the Lions? Are giving up how much?
I don't have the exact number.
Oh, you don't have that. Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, like, if you don't want to take Goff, but you want to have something from the same game, you could take a Monra and then just grab Sam Darnold if you want to take that route.
Yeah, I mean, I think either are fine. I mean, some of these other guys down here, like Jackson Smith and Jigba. I mean, Nick Chubb, Darnell Mooney. I like Chase Brown this week. I mean, I know the Browns have been decent up against the run, but I feel like he's going to continue to emerge as the guy for them.
Mike Robb says, I feel like Hill going so late is insane. 10 days off to get a plan, and he can still turn a 2-yard pass into 80. Feel like we're going to look back after and be like, damn, Hill was the key to win. I mean, yeah, if you want to take a shot on Tyreek Hill, I mean, I'm not going to bust you up for it. I mean, it is tough. I mean, Tyler Huntley is fine, but he's not Tua. That connection just isn't there. But, I mean, he's serviceable. We've seen him before in previous years do well with the Ravens. Like, it can be possible. And they're coming off a bye week, so maybe McDaniels figured out a better way to utilize them, get Hill the ball a little bit more. So yeah, I mean, that's definitely a fine pick. I wouldn't go overboard on it, but I mean, yeah, I'll probably have Hill on a few teams as well.
So the Lions were allowing the 11th fewest fantasy points to quarterbacks per game.
Okay. Still a good game environment.
And again, I to me, that's just like, okay, their secondaries, can cause some turnovers. That's what that is, because both quarterbacks have been very good. I mean, Goff has put up 50 fantasy points combined in the last two weeks, like 50 to 51.5 or something like that. He's been amazing. Yeah. So there's nothing to really doubt about Sam Darnold in this offense either. Even if he throws a pick, he can still throw three passing touchdowns in this game.
Right. And actually in the same game, Jordan Addison there highlighted in green. I think that's a pretty decent pick too, because I mean, we all know JJ's amazing, but he's going to get all the coverage, right? So that's going to leave Jordan Addison open. So I would definitely be clicking Jordan Addison.
What do you think about some of these names I mentioned down here? JSN, Chubb, Mooney, or Brown? Any of those get some love from you or no?
JSN is interesting. I don't mind that one.
Who would you rather have, Jameson Williams or JSN? They're both like they're both like going way after 36.
Yeah. Probably still JMO. But I do think JSN sees more targets.
Yeah, see, JMO's a really good scroll down target. I think both of them are, to be honest with you. I mean, even Xavier Worthy sitting down here, we've seen him score 2 touchdowns his first game he played. I mean, it can happen. And they're obviously in need at the position. Juju's hurt. So, I mean, there's a lot of good scroll down candidates this week. And that's why I kind of like being locked in up top so I can be really flexible back here, because there's definitely going to be a lot of unique options for some builds. I think we're going to get a lot of variance this week. I don't think you're going to see like the top teams, necessarily have like the, same rosters. I think there's going to be a couple of different paths to the top of the board here.
Do you have stats on there for Joe Burrow?
Joe Burrow?
Because generally he has not played in his career. He has not played very well against Cleveland, but
14th fewest fantasy points to the quarterback. They've been median, meaning that when I wrote median there because like all these other ones have like, oh, 7th most receptions allowed, 6 total T's, whatever. Meanings that like they did nothing special good and they did nothing special bad. They're just everything was like right in the middle. So Burrow should be fine. Especially if you get Chase or Higgins. Just
I mean, I like Higgins. I'm always in on Higgins, but yeah, I mean,
you're definitely team Higgins. If this was Twilight book, you and Higgins would be doing it for sure.
We are like
also,
this.
It's nasty vampire
style. Vampire.
Vampire you would be doing with Higgins.
Yeah. So, okay. Anybody else you want to highlight here?
No, not necessarily.
Are you in or out on Kyle Shitz? I see 5th most fantasy points to tight ends.
I said that probably not already.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. I mean, I think that you're getting these better options up here. Like Laporte is going at 4. I mean, at that point, you kind of know if you want to get like a top guy or if you want a scroll down guy. But Bowers and Kittle, great matchups. Top players, obviously, at the position. Kelsey, just alone on an island on that offense now, with Juju's going to be missing the game or whatever, comes in beat up. I mean, I just, I think a lot of people are going to pick him. I'll tell you what, I'm not taking Dalton Kincaid. That's for sure. Bad matchup, questionable. Not this week.
Yeah, it's funny. Like you say that, right? And then this will be the week that he has like 5 for 60 and a touchdown.
Well, that would be the first touchdown that the Titans have allowed to a tight end all season. Fewest receptions, yards, 0 touchdowns allowed to a tight end. So that would be a first if it were to happen.
It just always seems to happen that way for us.
Okay, I'm good with this process. I'm just fine with it.
we always talk about revenge narratives. Saquon Barkley going up against the Giants. How big of a game do you think Saquon can have?
2 touchdowns at most. I mean, again, they've been decent up against the run. They've only allowed 3 total touchdowns to running backs. That's what they spent on, getting Brian Burns, really building up the defensive line. So they know Barkley pretty well. I have to imagine he's pretty locked in for an anytime touchdown. But is he going for 25 plus fantasy points this week? I don't know. I don't think so. I think that Kyron, JJ, Jamar, and Amon-Ra probably have that type of ceiling, and I'm going to say that the Barkley doesn't. But that doesn't mean he still can't shit on the birds, or I'm sorry, on the Giants, like a bird.
True.
Like on their windshield. That sort of situation.
Trying to think here if there's anybody else I want to ask you about.
Shitting on the birds. Mike Rob saying scroll down for Jatavian Sanders. Going to have the role. I mean, we always pump him up, but buyer beware. I mean, it's a super risky pick with the tight ends at the top of the board here. So, you'll be unique for sure. It's a low percentage, very risky play. I don't know if he's going to find two touchdowns this week.
Yeah, you Mixon?
Nah, not so into other running backs, other matchups I like. Just seems, yeah.
It's good. It's a good game environment. I could see them, getting down inside the 5-yard line, and he just randomly getting 2 touchdowns because they give it to him. So,
sure,
it's a fine pick.
I mean, I'd probably be more inclined to do like the Stroud 2 touchdowns again because the Packers have just been worse up against the secondary.
All right. Anybody else before we get into the old Battle Royale streets?
No, I am ready to duel, cross swords. Let's ride, let's fly. Smash the like button, share the video, follow the Fanspeak Network. That means subscribe.
All right. If everyone is ready, again, Battle Royale, week 7, $7. We got 10 games this week in it, 55,992 people, 50 G's up top. Man, I bet Jake wishes that he was up top on the old Battle Royale, sputting out 50 G's.
We all do.
All right. Bruni, you ready?
Let's ride.
All right. 3, 2, 1, enter.
2 more.
I am spinning.
2 more.
Oh, Lord. Lord Jesus.
Drafting soon.
Oh, boy.
You got to be in there.
No. I'm 3 more to start.
What?
I have no idea why that.
Me and Mike are in one.
Do you know how? Yeah, I got 3 more to start. I was going to say, do you want to just pull yours up and I'll draft with you?
I got it. Yep, we're good. We're good. I'm going to have one up on my computer and I'll have one up on my phone. I'll be fine. I'm going to go back to the other one that's active, and then I'm going to pull up the one that you and me are in now.
Okay. I got this one up on the screen here.
I can do this shit. I'm too old for this shit. You failed, Andrew. You failed, says Mike Rob.
I did. I don't know why it was taking so long to enter in.
You started it.
I know. I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you.
What are you doing?
Sorry. That's my B. My fault. My fault. That's on me.
Be better next time.
I see Jake's not in here. You must be really just sweating out that game.
I probably would too. I don't know if I'd be able to take my attention off of
If anybody wants an update, he is still in the lead. I am watching it.
All right, so I have the one spot here. I think I might go Kyron.
If anybody wants to see, he is right here. Still up top, leading by 3 points.
Let's
Big
go.
dog. Let's go.
Jaden Daniels goes 1 in mine and Mike's draft.
You're on the clock, Brune Dog.
Yep, I see that, brother.
He said, close the private browser, Angie. You can go back to that video later.
Wow. Kyron falls to me at 4, and I was about to take him number 1 over here. That's awesome. Let's go. This one went Daniels, Jefferson. Mike went Jamar Chase, like that. Oh, we're flying. We're flying. I'm just going all sorts of different directions. Let's see. I have Kyron in this one, and I'm coming up. I have 1 pick off. I'm looking at Amon Rob, Bijan, Drake London, Kenneth Walker. We are going to scroll down for George Kittle. Round 2. That's a scroll down. That's a big boy play. Play the matchups. How you looking over there? You're awfully quiet.
Yeah, I'm just trying to decide what I want to do here.
Amon Ross seems like a pretty easy click. Did I not just detail the dissertation?
Well, I got 2 clicks here, so I'm trying to make sure I'm on my P's and Q's with what I want to do here. All right, so I'm going to take
ASRB and Neighbors.
I'm going to take a Monra and oh man. Man, do they give Ken Walker more work? You know what? Let's go Daniels.
Love it. Love it. 3 picks away, 2 picks away. Staring down. Ken Walker. Nope, he gone. Let's see. Terry. Not going double tight end. I think I might go Terry here. I still like that matchup a lot.
You interested in doing any double tight ends if you can get like Kittle Bowers?
No, not really.
Oh, just curious.
Where did... Yeah, Terry has a semi-decent matchup. It's 11th most fantasy points to receivers, but the Panthers are tied for the 2nd most receiving touchdowns allowed to receivers with the Commanders. I will take more Brock here. And then I'm up again. What do I want to do? I think we'll do Stephon Diggs.
Really hoping Terry falls back to me. It's a big ask.
Cup.
You don't want to Kittle your Bowers, Bruni?
I don't.
So
Andrew,
Bowers, Kelsey, and Kittle. Bowers, Kelsey, and Kittle all off the board. So that's going to leave me some of these guys down here. I'll probably just wait on tight end then. If one would have made it back, I probably would have took him.
Yeah, I mean, Pitts.
Yeah, there's a couple options down there. I don't mind.
Calicatera? Calicatarian.
So Chuba goes. Is Debo fine? Okay, limited again Thursday.
Yeah, Debo will be fine.
Okay.
Up in 5, up in 7. This is not as fun.
All right, so Terry does fall back to me. I am going to take Terry, but then what do I do with the second one here? Reed, DK, Mixon.
Your boy Monty, you were talking him up.
All right, I'm going to take Terry and, man, Mixon.
Where's T? Is T Higgins here? No.
He's down a little bit further. Yeah, you know what? Give me Mixon. I feel like he can fall into the end zone twice. So that gives me Jaden with Terry and then Amon-Ra and Joe Mixon.
Okay. I think I am going to do a Stroud team. Damn, I hate when this happens.
Checking in on Jake. I do see he is still leading. Well done.
Let's go.
As the game obviously is going on right now.
I'm going to take T Higgins in this one.
You got a bet going on right now for both Rattler and Nix to throw for over 200 yards and no passing touchdowns for either one. That is live.
All right.
Also, Bo Nix just running the absolute piss out of the ball. This would be big for Jake if they get a Javonte Williams touchdown here. Did you make your pick or did you just auto pick that?
Oh, that was just an auto pick on Josh Allen. I was trying to click.
Javonte touchdown. Oh boy.
Oh, I did do it. No, I didn't mean to take Josh Allen. That wasn't correct.
It's funny. I did one of these earlier. Josh Allen fell all the way to me at the 36 pick, and I took him.
All right. Don't make me do 2 drafts again. Not at the same time. One of these was definitely a waste of $7. Just kidding. I don't feel good about the Josh Allen pick, though. I'm pretty unhappy about it. I'm a little sad.
All right, so I'm up here. Man, do I go double Detroit? If not, what am I going to be looking at here for tight ends? Could take Pitts. You know what? I'll take DK. If it's actually it's just there we go. You know what? Let's do it. Double up on the old Lions there. Take Laporta.
Okay. I think I'm in the clear to take Ray Davis. I think that's what I'm going to do. Actually, wait a minute. He was added to the injury report. What the hell? Okay. Tony Pollard? Looks like that's what we're doing. Tony Pollard. Screw it. Let's just take Jahmyr Gibbs. Let's take the talent. Let's take a bounce back week. They want to use him. They want to get him going. All right, Andrew, that was exhausting. Can we please just do one at a time now?
I'll try for everybody. I'll try. Let me get back here. All right, Battle Royale. Are you ready?
I am. Let's go.
All right, 3, 2, 1, enter. 2 more to start. Draft starting soon.
Oh boy, mine says draft starting soon. So
okay,
I assume we're good. I don't want the number 1 pick again though. All right, we're in. We're good. Just one. Some guy named Knob Socks is also in with us again.
Yeah, again. So is Philly ETH. I know EZ as well.
Hey, get out of here! Scram.
You doing anything different this time? Or you still going? Are you gonna go JJ?
No, I'm gonna go Kyron probably again. I have both now because I did the last one where I got Kyron at 4. Trying to think about who I want to pull up. Take Jamar Chase. Yeah, let's go Jamar Chase. Mike Robb set the tone for it. He took him, I think, 3rd in the last one. We're going to bring him all the way up to 1st.
Let's do it. So I'm obviously at the 6th spot again. So lovely. Mix it up a little bit. Chase, Jefferson. This guy goes Kyron. I'd like AJ Brown to fall to me, or Barkley. I'll take either one of those guys if possible. Nope, no Barkley.
I mean, first pick's pretty solid regardless. What do you think about going Bijan here?
So there goes. Okay,
a lot of yardage, like I said.
Yeah, maybe I go Brown and Bijan, Brown and Daniels.
I mean, Bijan got two touchdowns for you last week.
He did. Yeah, let's take AJ Brown, and you know I'll do Bijan. Let's ride.
Yeah, I like that combo. It's solid.
Brown and Bijan.
It'd be sweet if Neighbors fell to me, but that's not going to happen.
Never say never.
That's true. Not in these streets. Not in these streets. Come on, Knob Socks. Don't do it. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Let it ride. This guy's going to do it, though. This guy's definitely going to do it. Quit bugging, bro. Quit bugging.
He might take Daniels.
I mean, I'll take the Daniels and Terry stack right there. Don't make me do it.
He took Daniels.
All right, now let that guy take Terry.
Oh,
mother of...
Damn.
We're going more Bowers. Bowers and Chuba. I'm just going to break this board.
Chuba, huh?
Yeah.
Hey, when you have the faith, let it ride.
What else do you need?
That's right. Yeah.
Oh, just the numbers to back it up, which he has. Oh, that's right. You don't need faith. You can just use objectivity. He's fucking awesome. I mean, he's on the roster that won Best Ball Mania 4. So, I mean, I don't really no problem with Chuba Hubbard whatsoever.
Come on. Don't take Kittle. Don't do it, Philly ETH. Don't do it. He's going to do it. If he's smart, he would do it right now. Yep. All right.
Smart guy. Very wise
guy.
Very wise beyond his years. Very nice.
You know what? Let's
what's going on with that game?
Diggs. All right, let's go Diggs, and then I'm actually gonna grab Hurts to pair with AJ. Yeah. You say what's going on with that game?
Yeah.
The Broncos are destroying them 26-3.
Nice. Has Cortland Sutton scored a touchdown?
No.
Ouch.
I don't think Cortland Sutton has grabbed a ball yet. Troy Franklin, though, 5 receptions for 50 yards.
That's psychotic. That's tough. It's tough.
What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. Again, Jake just needs Foster Moreau to not do anything. So if everyone out there sends good vibes for Foster Moreau not catching anything anymore, that would be greatly appreciated for him. Damn bastard's going to get his goat horns before me. Motherfucker.
Andrew's not happy about that.
I'm happy he's going to win, but damn it. The all-elusive goat horns.
You lie.
At this rate, the Broncos are going to cover the spread by themselves. I mean, the over-under. Bruni, I like the Higgins and B-Rob picks there.
Yeah, but
you went both B-Rob and Hubbard.
Did you see what else I did?
What, Higgins?
Click on my team.
Oh, you took Chase and Higgins. Look at you. So then
3 weeks ago or 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, so I'm assuming that means that Burrow's on deck for you.
I mean, unless someone wants to take him naked, then yeah.
Yeah. Naked. Nice.
I mean, I guess that would be a nice block, but you're not just playing against me. You're playing against everybody. So I don't know why, someone would even consider that unless they just wanted to be an idiot. No, John Taylor. No. Don't do that.
No.
He's probably not going to play again.
Damn it. You know what?
Don't quote me on that ever part, but he's not playing this week.
I'm going to take Gibbs. And then, damn it. Laporta shits. Oh, Kyle Pitts. Don't fail me now.
It's not a terrible matchup. It's good for him, but he's just hard to trust.
Yeah, I mean, I have him with Bijan too. Might eat into each other.
No, I mean, I did Bijan with London, and it was no problem.
Yeah, as I do more of these, I'm really realizing that I just want to grab Bowers, Kittle, something like that.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing a lot of Bowers. Do I have one without one of those two? I don't know if I do. Hey, look at that. Joe Burrow available. Last pick. Let's go. And I'm projected the lowest. Yes. I'm winning it all. Now you're all in big trouble.
You're in big trouble now, mister.
Last one.
Last one. Let's do one more. Anybody wants to get in? Again, Battle Royale. 3, 2, 1. Enter. 2 more.
1 more. Uno más.
Saints are looking real bad. I mean, just absolutely getting smoked.
Did Riley Moss get an interception?
I don't think so. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. Oh, look at that. Man, myth, the legend himself right here in the 6th spot. Wiles joining us. A74 Wilson definitely does a lot of drafts. Copper prices, a friend on Twitter also does a lot of drafts. So I don't think this one's gonna be easy. Is that guy's name Huntman? Huntman 1? Interesting. Let's check in real quick, see where he's at. Oh, still up top, still leading the way. Got a couple guys behind him here. All right. Mr. Potential Goat Horns.
At the 2 spot. Okay. They really want me to take Saquon.
Oh, you're gonna go Saquon, huh?
They really want me to. No, I might take Jaden. That's tough. Could go AJ Brown too. Still has a good matchup. Let's go Jaden. Get the 2 passing touchdowns last week.
Yeah. I would like to say this might be a week he gets a rushing touchdown, but honestly, if B-Rob's playing, like I think him and Eckler just take all the touchdowns around the goal
line. Yeah, I mean Eckler kind of shit the bed last week on the ground, so I mean I think he's going to be just relegated to pass catching duty.
Yeah, which he has been absolutely amazing at, by the way.
Crushing it. Pretty sure he hit it the prop in one play.
I think he leads all running backs in yardage per reception.
Wow. Yet he's getting 16, 17. I think one week it was like 20, 21. Crazy, dude.
All right, I took Brown. You took Daniels. Let's see what Wiles does here. Chase. Is he going to go Chase Amonra? Chase Neighbors. You know what? Then I will take Amonra. I'll do AJ Amonra. Jake, isn't that the one that you said that you got earlier this week?
You got Amonra on AJ? I mean,
yep.
It's pretty good.
I'll take that.
Very doable when you have someone like me helping you out. No problem.
Yeah. Right. Yep.
You're welcome. Yeah, I mean, I get one of these tight ends here. Again. I might just go Kelsey just to change it up.
He said he got Monra, AJ, and Neighbors. Oh.
We'll go with Kelsey just because he's getting the target share. Maybe we'll actually put in a Mahomes build. I mean, he likes to beat the 49ers, right? I mean,
he does. I think he's 4-0 against them, if I remember correctly. And I mean, they are a dog this week, by the way. Andy Reid off a bye. Don't fade that, people.
Yeah, that's not wise. I hope they don't really hurt him or embarrass him like that schoolyard bullshit that they like to do. Could be one of those weeks where they play like, what's that fucking game called? Heads Up 7-Up? They're playing Heads Up 7-Up. Out of the huddle? That shit? Get the fuck out of here.
You mean Ring Around the Rosie?
Ring Around the Rosie?
Say Heads Up 7-Up. That's where you put your head on the desk and put your thumb up and somebody comes around and come on, brother. How long you been out of school?
What's the circle version?
I don't know what you and your friends did. I don't want to know any kind of circle shit you guys did together.
Yeah, you do.
Stop it.
You ask about it.
You ask about it.
God damn it. Oh, Duck, Duck, Goose. That's what it is. Duck, Duck, Goose.
Oh, Jesus.
Duck, Duck, Goose takes place in Andrew. Jesus Christ.
I didn't know where you were going with that, but
you wanted me to go somewhere with it.
I wasn't pointing you in any direction.
You were, you nasty.
You nasty.
You nasty bastard. Let's go Deontay Terry stack. There you go. Bring it back. There it is.
Okay.
We can't do Mahomes because we already have
Mike Rob wants to know if we figured out the bet for next week's Bears versus Commanders. We haven't yet, but that'll be on deck for sure.
I'm gonna call every radio station and try to get us free tickets.
Oh, there we go. We got flexed into the 425 slot. Game of the week.
So I got Terry, Deontay, and Diggs, Kelsey, and Jaden. I'm liking this.
No love for the flex talk, by the way.
I'm going to have to really nail running back here, though.
Cool. I'll email you.
What?
I said no love for the flex talk. We got flexed into 425.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, I guess that's okay. I'd prefer prime time. I mean, I wanted Sunday night. What are we talking about? I don't understand why, I guess that's cool, but you really think that the 425 games are better than the 1 o'clock games?
I mean, don't know about better, but I mean, it is nice to have a 420. I mean, it's game of the week. I mean, all eyes on us. Let's go.
There's like 3 games going on. Your eyes are on like 3 games, and that's cool. Don't get me wrong, because it's like, more eyes. More eyes are good. Sure.
More eyes are good.
I don't know. I thought it'd be cooler if it was Sunday night.
That would be awesome.
And then I would knock on every radio station's door because that would be sweet. Excuse me, where do you keep the free tickets? I know you guys have a ticket, Oak.
So I took Love there. That gives me Love, Chuba, AJ Brown, Amonra, Jaden Reed, and I took David Njoku. Mari Cooper leaves town. David Njoku targets up.
I can't decide on what scroll down running back to get.
Oh, let's see. What are you looking at here?
I might just take Gibbs again. I'm going to take Gibbs. I just have to imagine that he can be better this week with all the blitzing that the Vikings like to do. Because, again, seeing how well the tight end position performs against them versus how well they are up against the running back position, that makes no sense.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You ran me dry. You emptied my account, that double draft nonsense. So I'm tapping out.
All right. Last check in here. Wiles still up top, leading the pack.
Let's go, Wiles.
He if he takes his 2 G's home, he's definitely going to have a lot of battle royales to be doing.
Yes, sir.
Fund the account, as we say. Appreciate everyone joining us as always. Join us tomorrow night, 9:30. DGen Dads, get your bets in, people. Last week, Bruni, I can't remember. Did we absolutely kill it on the show, or did we absolutely kill it on the show?
Were you talking about last week or every week leading up to last week?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So week 1, 2, 3. What comes after 4, 5?
Profit
6,
on profit.
On to week 7. Yeah, all we're doing is cashing tickets over here. We're just absolutely making it rain. It's kind of stupid because I'm giving out all these picks and I don't bet all of the picks. I just give you guys all this goodness. And then I can only bet so many of them. You know what I mean? I need to be making more money on this. It's like, I just need to bet all the picks on single cards, I guess. No parlays. It's getting a bit ridiculous, I mean, Don't get me wrong. We're making money, but I'm quitting a day job here. But the amount of winners that we're getting out, I mean, my goodness.
Yeah. So stay tuned for more winners tomorrow night, 9:30. Join us again. Bruni, anything else for the people?
I may or may not, put the mortgage on the Austin Eckler receiving yards this week. So, we
imagine if you just have rolled that over every single week.
Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. I could be living at a bus station next week. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But well, actually, no. We got 2 games left before the end of the month. We got plenty of time. We lose it, we'll make it right back the next week on Eckler. We're fine. We're fine.
Hashtag DGen mentality.
Yes, sir. Join us Friday night for that DGen Dads show, 9:30 Eastern time. Take care. Be well. Be good. If you can't be good, I don't care. Just be good at it. We'll see you.